We are now going to make a children's sandpit using these railway sleepers. These are actually brand new sleepers and they have been treated using brown tannalised treatment. These will last a very long time. It's very simple making one of these. You just need to put the sleepers where you want them, and then you just need to cut out the grass, make sure it's level, and then you can start building up the sleepers. We're going to use 2 sleepers laid on top of each other. You can use another design if you want. You can stand them up on their end, which will make it considerably higher. When you're fixing these sleepers, you're going to need some heavy duty screws. So we have some 200mm long screws, and we also have some 400mm long screws. The first step is to get it in the position where you want it, and then we're going to go around this. We're going to use a lawn edger, and we're going to cut the grass, and then we're going to remove approximately 50mm of the soil. Ensure it's level, and then we're going to put the sleepers back and we're going to screw them in position.
No, I think it.
We've now put the sleepers back in position, and we've got the spirit level on one of the sleepers. When you're now going to go along there, and you can see the actual eye points where the sleeper is touching the soil, we're going to remove some of that soil to get the sleeper completely level. And then we're going to do that on all 4 sides and get the sleepers completely level.
For everything.
I'm now at the first corner, and we've got this perfectly level. So the beam is level in that direction, it's also level in that direction. We've used a large square to check that the corner is square. Now that we've done that, we're going to use some very long screws. These are 400mm long. We're going to drive those through this sleeper into the end of that sleeper. These are a TX40 fitting, which should enable us to drive them in because that will withstand quite a lot of torque. We're going to use a pilot drill for the actual hole. So we're going to drill using that drill bit, which is 6mm, through the timber. We're going to stop approximately there, and then we're going to drive in one of these 400mm long screws. Before we do anything, we're going to put some safety glasses on. You're going to need quite a powerful drill to be able to drive these screws in because they are tremendously long screws. We now have a few gaps underneath the sleepers. Those gaps are going to be filled in using some postcrete, and we're going to pour that in the gap, then we're going to push it back as far as we can using a stick. Once we've done that, we're then going to wet it. We've now got the area reasonably level. Because of the quality of the soil, we're actually going to put some sand on top, and we're just going to go along now and we're going to remove all of the tree roots. There are quite a lot of these roots that are growing, so we're going to remove those. We're going to pick any stones off the top, we're going to level it, and then we're going to put some builder's sand down and level that off before we put the membrane down.
Well done, Chris. Right, you need to come to going down first. Right. Okay. Right, so spin that one up.
We're now just going to fill these holes using some exterior filler. To do that, I'm going to be using a plastic card. An old credit card is ideal for doing this. Now that the external filler has gone hard, we're just going to give it a light sanding using a detail sander. I've now got a sanding disc on a flexible backing pad and a coilless angle grinder. I'm now going to take off these pointed edges. We've now got a nice smooth edge there, which is less likely to injure anybody if they catch themselves on it. I'm now going to do that on all 4 corners. I'm now going to use a router with a rounding off bit in it, and I'm going to use that to put a round edge all the way around the sandpit. I'm going to do that on the external edge and also the internal edge. You'll notice that I put a tarpaulin down to stop any of the dust going into the sand. Ideally you want to do this before you put your sand in, but in this case we can't do, so we're just going to contain the dust using the dust sheet and then we'll vacuum it up later on.